All right, good morning, Bielsa. Good morning, Nigeria. You're tuned into Let's Talk Nigeria on Golding 97.5 FM, your morning platform for open, honest, and relevant conversations about the issues that shape our state and our country. I am Moye Stephen.
And I am Paul Oblomubasa.
Today, we are taking a close look at one of the pillars of our democracy, voter registration. In every democracy, the right to vote is sacred. It is a power citizens have to shape the future of their communities and their country. But that power starts with one simple step: getting registered. Without a voter's card, your voice in the ballot box is silent. Here in Nigeria, the Independent National Electoral Commission (INEC) is responsible for making sure every eligible citizen has the opportunity to register, update, or transfer their voter information. Now, one of the key ways they do this is through the continuous voter registration exercise, a process designed to keep the voters roll up to date and ensure no one is left out of participating elections. But in Bielsa State, every other state in Nigeria, has unique challenges when it comes to voter registration. From riverine communities that are difficult to access to areas with poor internet connectivity to the challenge of ensuring security and the transparency in the process. That's why the big question today is, how prepared is INEC for both the online pre-registration exercise that commences on August 18th, I'm sure, and the in-person registration on August 25th?
Yes, and because of that, we're bringing the conversation to you, because with all that preparation isn't just about opening registration centers. It's about ensuring that enough functional machines, well-trained staff, accessible locations, and a smooth process that accommodates the realities of our terrain is at work. It's also about mobilizing citizens, especially first-time voters and young people, to take advantage of the opportunity. It's also about ensuring that people who lost their cards or have relocated can easily update their records without unnecessary frustration, like the some persons say we don't want Nigeria happen to them. Now, the conversation is important because because voter registration is not just a technical exercise; it is the gateway to citizenship participation. If people cannot register easily, they are effectively cut off from influencing who governs them.
So we'll be asking, has INEC deployed enough resources to cover the length and breadth of Bielsa? Are there plans to reach rural and riverine areas? How will they handle the expected surge of young people eager to register? What security measures are in place to protect both staff and registrants? And most importantly, how can citizens themselves prepare to take full advantage of the process? Now, we've been joined in the studio by Mr. Awajioni Christian Utong, Head of Department, Voter Education, Publicity, Gender and Inclusivity, INEC, Bielsa State. Good morning, sir. Thanks for joining us.
You're welcome, sir.
Okay, so to our listeners today, conversation is all about you, ensuring no eligible Biosan is left out. Democracy only works when everyone has a voice, and that voice begins with a voter's card. So stay with us, join the conversation when the time is right, and tell us, are you ready to register? Do you think INEC is ready for you? Because this is Let's Talk Nigeria, of course. All right, so, sir, Mr. Utong, thanks so much once again for joining us.
Thank you, sir.
Let's start this way. We have given a little background, but we would like to hear from the horse's mouth what this whole exercise is all about. I think I mentioned something. I might be wrong in some way, because in my little research, I might be wrong with the dates. There is a pre-registration exercise and an in-person registration exercise. Yes. Please educate our people.
Good morning, Nigerians. Good morning, Bielsans. Just as you've rightly said, the voter registration exercise is the process where citizens are given opportunity to get themselves registered, to make them eligible to vote, and for them also to have a say in how their state, country is governed. Now, INEC, as the institution saddled with this responsibility of course, knows the importance of voter registration. We used to say that for election to be credible, there must be a credible register of voters. Who are voters? The citizens. Of course, the law is also specific, the age bracket from where you can be eligible to register as a voter. Now, we've been doing voter registration over the years. One thing is germane, continuous voter registration. It's implied that this process is a continuous one. For over time, INEC has been undergoing holistic registration. Of course, funding. It takes the commission so huge amount of money to register people afresh. So INEC brought this idea of a continuous voter registration, meaning that the moment you are 18, you are in the adult suffrage age, and so you can register. Or because of occupational mobility of labor, so many persons are moving from one place to the other. They didn't have time to register in their former place, and so they are not registered at all. So those categories too are covered by this continuous. That is to say, those who have already registered, they don't have need to register again. Their names and their particulars are already in the data bank. It's already in the register. So if you register in a particular place and you are transferred, just like me in the studio today, I'm from Andoni. I'm from Ward 12, Ward 3 in Andoni local government area. My polling unit is polling unit 12. I have registered, I'm a registered voter. But because of where I'm working, I am not in my community. I'm not in my polling unit. I'm not in my LGA. I'm not in my state. And so the workforce had already denied me voting. But if I want to vote here in Bayelsa, I don't need to register again. All I need to do is to go to the center where CVRO is undergoing. Then I just give them my particulars. I am a registered voter in a social place. Now I am here. I can't go to that place to cast my vote on election day because I am already working here. So transfer my particulars from polling unit 12 of Andoni local government area to social polling unit. Then the particulars are sent to the commission. Commission process it, then give me, transfer my particulars. When they transfer these particulars to the new polling unit where I intend to vote, that has also invalidated my previous registration because they will give me a new PVC bearing the new polling unit I intend to vote. That is it. Now, some people, most times, no politicians, we used to tell them, when we do civic education, we used to tell them, this registration is not holistic. Don't be confused. So I will say, they say we should register again. It is not. That's not the intention of the commission. The intention of the commission is that if you are 18, the implication is that if you are 18, you have not registered at all. Because you registered before then, it means you have done underage registration. That's the implication. Now, if you are 18, you have entered universal adult suffrage, which means you are eligible to vote and be voted for. Now, these are the categories INEC is making this process for, so that registers can be updated. And so it's not just a holistic thing. So we are trying to educate the populace that whatever you do, don't be
An exercise in Bayelsa State.
What are the challenges here? Bayelsa is a peculiar state. I used to tell people, each time I go for workshops and seminars, I have worked in 3 states now. Rivers is my own state, so leave the rivers apart. I've worked in Akwa Ibom. I've also worked in Edo State. So this is my 3rd state outside my home state. But out of these 3 states, Bayelsa is a peculiar state. The terrain is wonderful. And so Commission is also aware that Bayelsa has one of the most difficult electoral terrain in the whole history of the country. And so it's also difficult when it comes to CVR, especially when we devolve to the ROS. For the local government, it's similar, just like every other local government in other states. But the challenges comes when we devolve, when we move from the local government into the ROS.
Mr. Tong, let's hold your thoughts. We'll go for a short break. We'll be back.
Thank you.
This is your golden movement. 97.5 Golden FM, the gold standard of radio.
Yenagua Reggae Sunsplash. Sea-Wave Sound Studio presents the first Yenagua Reggae Sunsplash dates. 15 August 2025. Venue, Bishop's Court, Erepa Road, Yenizwe, Guinea, Yenagua. Time, 5 p.m. prompt. DJ Success, the classic 80s international, will be on the wheels. Special guest, DJ the veteran Raz Papa Millie J. Come, let's rag it together to sweet reggae music. This show is powered by Now We Be This Reggae Family, Niger Delta University, Amasoma.
Yo. The hits you love, the gold you deserve. 97.5 Golden FM.
All right, we're back from that commercial break. We're still with Mr. Otong here, and we're looking at the terrain. He was trying to explain the uniqueness and the wonderful nature of the Bayelsa terrain. Let's continue from that point.
It's all right. I had the privilege of conducting election in Southern Niger. Let me start from Southern Niger. I can explain that local governments too. Just as I explained about the state I have worked. I've also worked in about 3 LGS from my redeployment to the Bayelsa State. First is Ekremon. Wonderful terrain. People that just get the road, just, Ekremon, it's a small place. But when you get to the integrity of what we call the electoral facilities, the wards, and the polling units in those facilities, it's when you express and appreciate the difficulties in conducting election in Bayelsa State. I went to where they call Letugbene. It was difficult. Why did I say this? I have to charter a boat just to get to Letugbene. Just to get to Letugbene. Because of the terrain. If you get to a Krema waterside to get to Letugbene, you plan for it. It's not just like just get to the waterside, get a boat and go and come back. You plan for it. It's only when you get there and people are there already, just once in a day. And the moment that boat leaves, my brother, you are stranded. So for you to get there, you charter a boat. I've been to Egbamangalabri. Same problem. I've been to Orobri. I've been to Age. These are communities within the seashore, bounded with Delta State. So it's really very difficult. So each time in the commission when we express the terrain of Bayelsa State, as difficult as it is, we are not just making noise. We are telling the commission the reality of conduct election in this albeit difficult terrain. Same thing in Southern Niger. Same thing in Southern Niger. The peculiarity is that when you get to Oproma, to get to Apoy, this Apoy area, to get to Koluama area, it's difficult. You don't just go and come. You plan also. Sometimes you get there, to come back it's difficult, you sleep. Maybe the service that took you there didn't warrant you to sleep. But because of the terrain and logistics, you sleep, which is what you didn't bargain for. So most of our staff too, who are going to those places for CVRO, don't find it easy. Don't find it easy at all.
Do they like going? You know, when you say you have been posted to that end, I can see the body language. What's the body language like?
Of course, they will go. DT calls.
Yeah. They're like soldiers. Like soldiers.
It's a must.
Okay, now, so how many registration centers will INEC open in Bayelsa State for this continuous voter registration exercise?
Just because I've explained, it's continuous. So from the beginning, just as we are getting started now, we just have 9 centers. 9 centers. 1 center per local government. Then 1 center at the state office here. Swale. So that those who couldn't go to their local government, who are around here, can avail themselves the opportunity of coming to the state office here. It's opened. And they get themselves registered.
Why 9 centers? So because I feel the number is
we are feeling, just as I said, continuous. It's not a holistic thing. So we don't expect that large crowd. Okay. It's only for those who are just turned 18. So if you do a statistics by a population progression, don't assume that within this age bracket, you understand, these are the number of people that will come. But given that too, there are so many persons we know fully that they were not registered at all. So when we get started, as the thing progresses, commission also, people are crying, please, the centers are few, people are not registered. Commission was okay, go to the wards. We now devolve from the local government office to the ROS to give more opportunity for more people registered. Then, if people are also coming, more cry, no, even at this now, we have commission say, okay, go to some communities, some areas, like I explained.
Yeah.
If you want to come to Ekremo from Egbamangalabri to register, just to come and do registration, you cannot go back because there's no boat that will carry you. So sometimes people gather themselves, maybe around 10, 15, to be able to charter a boat and come. Unfortunately for you, if you come and meet the crowd and they couldn't register you that day, too bad. So some people will just go back and won't come back again. So these are the peculiar challenges we have been facing with Bayelsa terrain. So when they cry, so my commission was okay, go to those communities. But it's not from the beginning. It's as we progress.
Okay. So with it now, I just want to find out. I'm sure Moy is already itchy too because we'll ask the next one. Because with it, a continuous thing. How are you working with the local communities and everything to ensure the awareness, to create the awareness, and also have to let the people know? Because if you're talking about the 8 local governments, all of local governments, the people in the inner cities and everything, how do they get to know the schedule and how they can come? How are you working with the local communities?
INEC has a very robust voter education program.
Okay.
Very robust. So we have voter education providers from the different local government areas.
Okay.
And so we have having interface with them. Now, in our commission too, the assistant electoral officer admin in every local government is a desk officer for voter education in that local government. So he has interface with these voter education providers in the local government. Then there are certain communities that have this central information system. I saw that when I was in Ekremo, a community called Ayamasa.
Yeah.
If you get information to them in Ayamasa, they air it in almost what they call their radio station with on speakers.
Yes.
On speakers.
I we know that.
Yes,
we know
on
those
speakers.
ones.
So when
Yeah.
they get the information out to them, virtually everybody within that vicinity get the information. So also is other communities that have that same facility. But we have a robust voter education service providers who also interface with the commission from time to time. And so this process is also known to them.
When you were trying to explain this whole terrain thing and the difficulty, could that be the reason Bayelsa do not turn out enough in their millions or in their thousands? We're going to look at the voter registry. We say, Bayelsa is about 500 something registered voters. Could it be because some persons are not registered, those who are willing to register because of the places they live, the interior and the challenges of registering them? Could that be a contributing factor to the low number of registered voters we experience or have in Bayelsa State?
Of course, we can't rule out. We can't rule out. We cannot
because a lot of people take as
Yes,
an advantage. Your state, you just having 500,000 votes. They don't take Bayelsa seriously.
We cannot rule out. As I explained, I'm explaining benefit of hindsight. Somebody who has seen it all.
Yeah.
Let's look at Brass. Let's look at Brass. To come from Makasa, Okpoma, all those interior, take boats from there just to come to Tuon, to come and register. There are certain things you look at it and say this is not workable. It's not practicable. But that's why I'm talking about terrain. Terrain is an inhibiting factor in Bayelsa. Terrain. Unlike other places now, you can just see Okada. Can take Okada. Can take Keke. Just go and register seamlessly and come back. But don't do that in Bayelsa. Because it's not possible. You plan. Sometimes you plan 3 days. The boat that is coming from Akasa to Tuambras will come and they tell you they are not going back today. You will sleep. That's not what you bargained for.
So talk to us about the pre-registration, the online pre-registration thing. Is there any way we can use technology this time around rather than going this in-person thing? Since the in-person thing is a challenging thing and considering the terrain and all that, how do we solve this matter? Because we need more of our people to register and the numbers to go up.
Well, in our last press conference we had with the resident electoral commissioner, I remember that somebody asked this question. Why is it difficult for the commission to go electronic all through? And we feel that there are certain things we need to capture, especially your face and some biodatas. And given the way we are Nigerians, so I didn't want to take that chance. We want to have a credible register.
Yeah, I just want to hear it from you, though.
Nigeria like taking opportunity in everything.
Yes, true.
And so if you leave it open, not just go and register anywhere, you discover that we will not have a credible register. We may not. That's why the commission says, okay, much as we want to dispel that crowd, so take opportunity of this online registration. Secondly, my name is Awajoni. It's a local name. I don't have English name.
Oh.
Yes, Awajoni means God's gift. Now, I am in Bayelsa here. So that when you come to the commission, some people can't spell my name properly. But if I go to a business center and online, I will have opportunity of checking what they are doing. And of course, it's just me. The crowd is not there. Crowd overwhelms our RAOs. But if I just go at my liberty to a business center, log on to the online portal, I get myself, so I can see what the man is doing. I can correct my name. So when you come with that slip from the online, it's easier for the in-person in this registration center to just put your name. So part of it is to avoid clamors for change of names, wrong spellings, wrong date of birth, wrong informations. And these are also part of what we're also covering in the registration. So many persons have this difficulty, wrong name. When you go to a bank, the name in your voter's card does not tally with what is in the bank. They will turn you back. Some persons, the name in their voter's card did not tally with what is in their NIN, national identity number. They turn you back. So we allow this online registration so that people can really take time to correct some of these mistakes before they come in for the in-person. Of course, the in-person registration validates your registration.
So now, can you tell us if INEC has acquired enough functional registration machines and backup equipment for all the local government areas? Because we don't want a situation where, the machine has gone off, registration has ended. Let's imagine registration will end around 4. I don't know, but you would tell us it will end around 4, and then you see the staff there saying that, well, we can't continue again because our machines are not available or the batteries are down. We are off. We are going off for at 1 p.m. or something like that, or 2 p.m. Without getting to the actual time. Can you assure Bayelsans that all of those excuses, or let's imagine challenges, potential challenges, would have been taken good care of?
Well, I want to tell you in confidence and with all assurance that INEC has enough registration machine for this purpose. Enough.
And with the staff?
Of course, we have what we call the RAOs. They were employed for this purpose.
Okay, so what does RAOs mean? What do RAOs?
Registration area officers.
Okay.
Okay.
RAO.
Okay.
Registration area officers.
Okay.
It's for this purpose INEC employ them and train them, and they're in all the local governments. But that is not to say when we devolve, it means we have more machines.
Okay.
So we train also people in the office to man other machines.
Okay.
So in the local government, as we are registering, as the crowd are coming, we are also training other INEC staff who are IT savvy, who can also man the machine to cover for the demands of the registration.
Okay, now when we're talking about this, the IT and the thing, how's, with the talk of the terrain and everything, has technology really been, have you really fared handling the technology, the aspect, we know that definitely network providers have been very funny, even when you're in Negua, has it really been for you guys?
Well, we had an interface with our ICT department.
Okay.
Each local government, we have a data bank of which network works in which area.
Oh, okay.
if you are going to Egbomangalabri, assuming we devolve to the ROA, Egbomangalabri is the what headquarter of Ward 12 in Ekremo.
Yeah.
Now, you look at which network works well in Egbomangalabri. So the commission also provide that network and other networks to the people there.
To make it smooth.
Yes. If you go to what do they call it? Kuluama.
Yeah.
Which network works in Kuluama? So the electoral officers of the different local government have those information. They supply to the ICT. So as we are going to register, such networks are provided for the EO.
Okay.
So if we are going to Egbomangalabri, we now look at Egbomangalabri, which network. Then he picks the card for those networks and go.
Okay, so this question is, let's say, 2 in 1. How will INEC ensure security for both staff and citizens at registration points? I have a reason for asking that. And what are the requirements for first-time voters? Talking about underage voting. I say this because I served in the northwest during my NYC. And we were among the very first core members that started this registration thing. That was in 2010 when NYC was involved in registration and in the elections. I was also part of it. Now, in the course of registration, I saw some very underage people. I must say this is a personal experience. And so I, trying to be a good citizen, said, no, this is an underage. I can't, And they said, no. And the parent at the time was like, this child is up to 18. I said, well, it doesn't look like 18, because I was very convinced that it was not up to 18 years. Of course, there was some little chaos there, misunderstanding and everyone there. And I was made to register that child because they claimed that child was underage. But if there were some kind of, information to guide me that child is up to 18, perhaps I would have not argued. So for those who are coming in to register because they turned 18 years, how do we ascertain that the child is up to 18 years so that we don't engage in underage voting? And secondly, if I never had those boys around me, perhaps I would have been beaten up that day because I refused to register that child because I thought that child was not up to 18 years.
Well, age is determined by nature. For the South here, we don't have much cases about underage registration. We don't have. If there is, to be very, very minimal. Very minimal. The law is specific. Of course, even with INEC guideline. If you feel you are suspecting that this is an underage registrant, of course you can demand. You can demand for birth certificate. Okay. And every other thing too that will, justifiably qualify that registrant to register. Such cases are prevalent up there in the north. For South here, we don't have. For all through the years I've been in the field as EO, I've never experienced any underage registrant. If there are, not known to me as a person, because I used to move from, one ROA or one registration center to the other to see, but I've not met any underage. Sometimes too, if they come, they might say, "Hi, what are you doing here?" They run away. They run away. They will stay there to argue with you because we are not abiding.
Yeah, because for fear of being arrested or something, it will be a crime.
We're not abiding here.
Yeah.
So
it will
we
be a
didn't
crime.
have. If you come to our registers, you won't have.
No, not at all,
If they
right?
insist, maybe they just keep the eyes.
And it's somebody that you probably might not even suspect.
Yeah.
It might be a 10-year-old with a 20-year-old body.
Okay, so but with this one now, what is the date again? The date for all of these different processes, so anyone that's listening, in case he has a child or word.
Right? The online registration starts from Monday, 18th August. It will last for just 1 week. Just as I said too, it's not a holistic thing. The catchment area to us is limited. And so we feel that 1 week might be enough for every registrant to go online. Now, the in-person starts on the 25th, next Monday, August. So
Live on Facebook, streaming live right now. You can see the the HOD, Voter Education, Publicity, Gender, and Inclusivity, right there, speaking to us, Mr. Utong. And drop your comments. We will read out your comments and channel those questions to him. So let's start with the first caller. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning to you.
Yeah, I am Mark speaking from the Kiki.
Okay, Mark.
Mark,
Go ahead.
thanks for joining us.
Yes, the INEC official there. Please, I registered for a voter's card in 2015, but when I now went for my card, I was told the cards were not available, so I couldn't vote that year. And since then, I have had difficulty, moving around, so I don't even bother about going to check for this thing, because I went several times to the INEC office, and I was told the cards were not around, and I didn't go again. So I don't know whether I should still try and go to the office and check whether I could get the card, because for now I'm just taking off balance about registering for any election.
All right, thank you very much. We appreciate you. He's going to answer the question, but after this call. Good morning. Thanks for joining us. Hello, good morning. Hello. All right, we lost that one. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Okay, my name is Jeffrey. I'm calling from Ghana.
All right, go ahead, Jeffrey.
This Kuta song, I have the Kuta card, but my name is Kuta card and I have no rhyme. So I want to ask whether I see you or Damo.
Okay.
Can you repeat the question?
Okay. That means what you have on your PVC and what you have on your NIN, the names do not rhyme. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, sir, the name is not rhyme. I use my native name in my NIN, and then I use my English name in my. So I use my native name in my voter card, and
Okay.
I use my English name. So I have this opportunity that I'm asked whether I can do the advice to see his name or I receive it from.
Okay.
Okay. We'll allow Mr. Utong to respond to that quickly
Yes.
before we take the next call. Yeah.
all right, two questions now. The first one, the caller is expressing fear that he registered in 2015 and that he has been going to INEC office. He has not been able to get his card, and because of that, he's just frustrated and he left. Right, there's one thing that's peculiar, even as we are saying now, that this CVR is not holistic. The cards are not printed in Bayelsa. When the CVR concludes, maybe we'll get to that too. As it is now, when you register, by the end of every registration session, it's continuous. Okay. They will carry every information to Abuja, where names are matched with a automated fingerprint identification system, AFIS. They match names, match fingers, match AJ by AJ, state by state. So sometimes you discover multiple registration. So the computer didn't even know which one to keep. Sometimes all those things are phased away in order for the register to be credible. So such registrants, if you register and you come to the commission and you didn't find your card, there are other ways. We can check what is called checking of registration status. Where is that card? Sometimes cards too miss their way during packaging. You can see cards from Rivers sometimes going to Sokoto. So see cards from Rivers going to Anambra, depending on who did the packaging. It's under code. Every state has a code. So sometimes they miss the code. And some cards move to other states. But it's not a difficult thing. If it's such, some states too are sincere to say, I saw Bayelsa card in Sokoto, they return it. I saw Rivers card in Kaduna, they return it. But if for any reason they didn't return, we can check your voter status to see if actually that card is printed. If it is printed, where did it go to? You don't need to register again. Okay. Then if they didn't print at all, the commission will tell us why they didn't print that card. It's either it's a case of multiple registration, and in the process of, doing a AFIS, those things are phased out. If you have more than 6 registration, which one will commission keep for you? Sometimes they register in more than multiple polling units. You register in this polling unit, you run, yeah. So by the end of the day, commission didn't know which one to keep for you, which of the polling units. So it's a no registration. It's a peculiar factor. The second factor is this factor I also explained, mismatching of cards. Maybe it had gone to another state. We had that experience. But if we probe further through status check of your PVC, where did it go to? We remedy it. So people that have that issue, instead of just checking out, they should continue. Perseverance matters a lot. They should just keep coming. And one day, solution will, instead of going to register again, solution will come. Then the second question is question of correlationship between the name in the PVC and the one in NIN. Yeah. These are part of the issues we also curb when it goes to in person. online registration. Yeah. Because, like as I said, I don't have English name. I have just one name, Awajoyi. Utong is my son name. Christian is my father's name. I don't have English name. So I just go with Awajoyi. So I can't have any other name apart from Awajoyi. But there are those who have both English name and the local name. They call some baptismal name. Yeah. So such persons, if for any reason you have such discrepancy, it is left for you to also come to the commission. Present yourself physically to the commission. This one cannot be curbed by online registration. It's physical. We will check your particular. Of course, when you come with something that will also identify you. Yeah. Then you should be so specific. This is the name I want to bear. PVC is acceptable in banks. True. As a means of identity. 60% of Nigeria they have international passport. It's just of that some are even going to register for NIN. But that the surest way of identifying you in the banking system is the voter's card. Yeah. In short, there was a time somebody said, if you don't have voter's card, don't come to my bank. To show that you have obligation as a citizen.
As a citizen,
True,
right?
True.
As a citizen.
Okay, so let's take more calls. The calls are just pouring in. Let's take more calls. And, oh my word, I lost that one now. 0707-747-1522. Go on Facebook, right? 97.5 Golding FM. Facebook, just type 97.5 Golding FM. Like the page and drop your message. You see the stream there and ask your question or make a contribution, perhaps. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Maury. Good morning, Pogbato, and good morning to the INEC man in the studio.
Good morning.
Left, right, center, honorable BB Palliative. Chop knuckle, everybody.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I registered in my community 2011. Today, I not see voter card. I was told that somebody took my voter card, and INEC said they don't hand over it to somebody. That somebody cannot get your voter card through proxy. But somebody collected my voter card in my community, and today I cannot get it. I went back again during the last registration period. Went back to their office here in Yenagoa, the one that's Swale Road. And I explained everything to them. They rearranged everything. After everything, I still did not get my voter card. I beg, but I give my voter card. I need them. Then secondly, talking about multiple registration, I don't know the kind of system INEC is using. Because I have seen people who have more than 5 voters cards. In fact, a relative of mine was even arrested along this east-west road there, close to, what do they call it, Zaraba area by NDLEA, because he had about 4 voters cards with him. And he was using all of that to vote. I don't know the kind of system that INEC is using. I cannot detect when somebody has registered once and that person will still register for more than 1, 2, 3, 4 places, and still we still print out those voter cards for those persons. And me when they find one, I never see get. Please.
Are you sure, Bibi? Are you sure he did not use another name? Are you sure it's the same name?
No, another name. Did you use another thumbprint too?
Okay, yeah, that's another very intelligent point.
The thumbprint, yeah. Another one also. So, to me, I think the system of INEC is very flawed. That's why somebody can do that. And even in this time, you have to vote here in Opolo. We still go back to Eliswekene or whatever place, Biopolo, Trek there, still vote, and they are still accepted. I don't understand the INEC. I beg when I give my voter's card. Thank you, Chop Loco.
Bibi, you they vexed this morning.
Okay, there's a comment on Facebook.
Okay.
It says, if I register online,
okay,
how can I get my PVC? That is coming from Sammy Boss.
Sammy Boss,
yes.
Your question will be answered. But let's take this one from a caller before we come to Mr. Rutong. Good morning.
Hello, good morning, Ikemoi. Good afternoon, your guest.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you, Sai. Well, it's so interesting. As I listened keenly, there's something I didn't get that your guest ought to answer. From the continuous voters registration, it seems the emphasis has been on persons who turned 18, probably deregistration before they turned 18, and then no thought about those who probably are above 18 who already are registered. And my worry is that I think this person is not being talked about. Probably when it's time for this registration, they also are part of it. Because these are several issues that maybe contribute to the low strengthened vote of Bayelsa. Because most persons who are registered, they have been several issues, numerous issues, of which I think is contributing to that poor strength. So the aspect of not talking, if these persons who are having issues ought to be part of the system, because we need to go and clarify, just as the previous callers. I think I'm also having issues. To go to my local government and I think clarify the voters' identities in the system. But on the day of the vote, I wasn't allowed, reason being that there tend to be no clarity. So, I want the CVRO, the officer there, at least to be clear about it. That persons who are also above 18 should also come for this area to be corrected. Thank you and good morning.
Thank you. Let's respond to some of the concerns of the guests, if you do remember anyone.
All right. Let me start from this last caller. His fears are genuine. But that just as we said, the guideline is specific. The guideline for the CVR is very, very specific. It's unambiguous. If you turn 18, the implication that you have not registered at all, because Commission didn't know what is called under registration. So it's assumed that now that you have turned 18, this is the right time for you to register. Now, I've also explained, if for any reason, circumstantially, you are more than 18 and consciously you have not registered at all, deep down in you, you are convinced that, yes, I didn't register anywhere, anytime, within the CVR processes from inception. The opportunity is also for you now. Now, if you are registered before and you're having challenges, either in your date of birth or in your name, and some other discrepancies, you don't need to register again. All you need to do for this category of persons is to come to any of the registration centers, explain yourself. Of course, if it comes to date of birth, the commission don't happen to change your age. You must come with an affidavit to show that, yes, true, this age I'm claiming is my age. We don't gloss over typographical errors. Somebody can be born in 1st January or 7th January 1971. Now, why typing? You now put 1st July. It's 1717. 7th January is 7171. 1st July is 1771. So in typing, somebody can make that simple mistake of typing your date of birth. That doesn't mean you should go and register again. So this window is also for those persons to come. We can correct it when we are convinced through affidavit that true, what you're saying is the truth. You don't have power also to change somebody's name. If you want to do a change of name, of course, there's a legal procedure. We come with affidavit. Yeah. When you come with these enabling instruments, the commission has no other duty than to oblige what is on your affidavit. We change your name. So you don't need to go and register again with that new name. Since you have the same fingerprint, it amounts to double registration. And of course, if you are caught, the law is also specific. There are penalties for it. So we are trying to disabuse the mind of our would-be registrants. Instead of committing crime by, exercising their civic responsibility, they should just be civil by owning up, this is me, this is my identity, and the process will look at it. They don't need to register again. Then the other guy that said he registered whether in a keki, the first caller, who said he registered in a keki and that he has not seen his cards. Well, I didn't want to give in to the fact that somebody has multiple cards. I've not experienced it. I'm not a politician. I've not experienced it. I'm a system person. So I wouldn't say that is true. I would not also deny because I've not seen it. The person that alleged, maybe he has seen. But that the process is seamless, that nobody registered twice. It's part of the reason why people are not getting their cards. I've explained. Sometimes when the system look at double registration, they don't know which one to keep for you. In the process of matching, the two names are out. So if he's convinced true that he was a registered voter, he shouldn't just gloss. Let him return back to the commission with his particulars. They will check his registration status to check whether he has registered before. What really happened to it ab initio? Was it a matter of double registration or cards were printed and mistakenly sent to another place? These are some of the human errors we have experienced in the system. It's a human error.
True. I think that's I think he's answered quite a number of the questions that are brought around, but someone's still calling. I think we will accommodate just one more call before we say goodbye on the show. So let's hear from this caller. Make it brief, 60 seconds, please. Thank you. Your name?
Hello.
Good morning.
Hello. Yeah, good morning. My name is Amobi.
Amobi.
Okay, please, quickly, please.
From Diobolo. I called to the simple greet you guys, Paul, Pastor, and Stephen Moya. I haven't thought that because this is one of the programs that is making my day. So, any day, any time. I even thought that you people are doing good thing. Don't misunderstand me because what I mean about good thing, when I heard that, when I tuned, I was angry. Because the program we are facing in this country is controlled by INEC and the judiciary. And it's simple truth. Nobody will dispute the fact. We will argue it. So I just called to say good morning to you guys. Yeah?
All right.
This
Thank you.
One of the best programs the radio in Bayelsa State.
And please vote for this. This is the program. Don't go yet. Let's Talk Nigeria has been nominated for the best radio program.
I know.
Okay, so go ahead and vote for it. Okay.
I'm only just angry this morning because I thought you people are doing good thing.
Just relax.
Calm down now. Calm down.
It's fine. It's fine.
It's annoying.
It's all right. Thank you. Thank you very much. Anyway, I think that's it. That's it for today. Before we go, I like Mr. Gutong to quickly answer this question. Will INEC operate extended hours or weekend registration to accommodate people with tight work schedules? That's going to be my last question.
I think for now, the guideline is within the working hours.
Okay.
But as we progress, this is not cast in stones. They're not cast in stones. So we serve the public. INEC serves the public. And when there are public outcry on demands, Commission also listen to it. I'm also sure, let me not speak for the Commission, because I don't have the powers to it's a policy statement. Let me not speak for the Commission, but I am well assured, that if as we continue, we are watching, as the Syria is progressing. And it's not only in Bayelsa, it's the whole federation. So as people are complaining, Commission will listen to them and maybe.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Awajionyi Christian Otong, the HOD, Voter Education, Publicity, Gender and Inclusivity, INEC Bayelsa State. Thanks for coming on the show today.
I'm grateful.
Thank you, sir.
And to you, more calls coming in, but we can't entertain the calls. We apologize. Passise lulukumo. No vex. We can't take your calls right now. I know you have a lot of calls to, questions to ask. But please, you can still go on Facebook.